Are you happy in your business? Now, I have had my share of emotional ups and downs in my 20 years of being a solo entrepreneur coach. And the patterns I've seen in myself and in my clients is that those downs are usually when I was personally feeling unfulfilled. Sometimes it was because a launch that flopped, and sometimes it was just life and had nothing to do with business. But those ups, oh boy, those are the times when I was feeling my most authentic and completely aligned to my purpose, or when I just felt like I was rocking that work-life balance. I would be thinking I could do this all day long and never feel tired. One of my loves is sharing what works for me and what has been working for my clients to achieve this very feeling, full of passion, happiness, peace, and freedom. So I decided to create a private podcast for coaches. Maybe you just want to develop better communication skills that boosts engagement, leads to better results, and makes you feel like you're actually making a difference in the lives of the people you serve. Then you're invited too. We talk about this and more in the UBU private podcast for coaches. Whether you're a mentor, a parent, or run a client-focused business, coaching skills benefit everyone and anyone who wants to communicate in a way that builds relationships. Fall in love with your life and business again. Click the link in the show notes for your invitation to join us right now. Then come back and enjoy this episode. Hey, difference maker. Welcome to this episode of Enneagram EFT on anger. Today, we're going to address your anger and use tapping techniques that are going to help you process and release the energy that is being blocked by your anger, even if it's hidden anger. My name is Jen. I'm also known as Power Coach Jen, and I am so glad that you're here. Before we get started, you might want to grab a notebook, an index card, or maybe a sticky note and a pencil, of course, and find a comfortable place to sit where you feel more grounded. Your back feels supported and can remain upright, and where you can minimize any distractions. While you're making that transition, I'll quickly go over what we're going to do so it will be easier to flow through this guided audio session. First, I'm going to go through each of the 9 Enneagram types and how they usually experience anger. Now, if you are new to the Enneagram or don't know what Enneagram type you are, no worries. We are dynamic human beings that are not limited to a singular personality profile. So it's likely you've experienced more than one, if not all, of the statements that I go through. And if you hear a statement that resonates with you in this current moment, that's the statement you're going to write down on your notebook. If you resonate with more than one, just listen to this episode again for each statement. Now let's go ahead and get started. It's time to stop comparing yourself to others and plug into what is uniquely you. Welcome to Unbox Your Personality, the podcast for coaches, creatives, and educators like you who understand that your happiness makes you more effective at what you do, bringing out the best in others. I'm Jen P. Higgins, personality strategist and Enneagram fluff remover. Get laser focused on who you are and who you aren't, so you're free to make the impact you were born to make. And have fun doing it. Your personality is your business. So let's get down to business. Hopefully you are sitting comfortably by now. Let's begin by connecting to our core. Take a moment to close your eyes and relax. Begin to take deeper breaths. Deeper than normal, but also not forced. Now place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly and connect to the rhythm of inhaling and expanding your rib cage and exhaling and releasing your belly. On your next inhale, I want you to imagine that your breath is going through your heart instead of your lungs. Inhale through the heart and exhale through the heart. Inhale through the heart and exhale through the heart. Inhale and exhale. Now, open your eyes and find your notebook and pencil. And I'm going to read statements that begin with, I feel angry when. If you already know how to finish that sentence, go ahead and finish it in your own words. Otherwise, listen to the following statements and choose one that your body responds to the most. Try your best to not overthink it. Try to stay in your body, still imagining your breath, inhaling through your heart and exhaling through your heart. Number 1, I feel angry when others make obvious mistakes, or I can't fix the mistakes of others. Number 2, I feel angry when my efforts aren't recognized or taken for granted. Number 3, I feel angry when I don't get the attention I deserve. Number 4, I feel angry when I am misunderstood. Number 5, I feel angry when others invade my space before I'm ready. Number 6, I feel angry when others don't take responsibility to be prepared. Number 7, I feel angry when I have to wait on others. Number 8, I feel angry when I have been betrayed or dishonored. Number 9, I feel angry when there are too many changes. Again, these are just a jumping off point. I'll pause a moment so you can finish writing down your statement. And if you need more time, you can always pause the audio. Anger can really make you feel out of control, especially when the trigger is something outside of your own body. But the truth is that our anger is a reflection of ourselves. It points to a need that isn't being met. Now, if you know your Enneagram type, then you know which core desires you unconsciously protect at all costs, and you know which core fears you unconsciously avoid at all costs. That alone can move the energy without the need for tapping. But if you do have a trapped emotion that is coming from your conscious or your subconscious, you might need to take it a step further just to give that energy a little boost. And tapping is one of the ways that you can do that. If you are already familiar with a traditional EFT tapping routine, then you can pause the audio now and go ahead and do that for yourself. For the rest of us, I'm going to guide you in a TFT process. TFT is the precursor to EFT, and it's better suited for an audio guide the way we're going to do it today. The first thing I want you to do is get a baseline. When you read your I feel angry statement, I want you to rate how much you're feeling that anger right now. What's the intensity? Write down a number from 1 to 10, where 1 is a low intensity and 10 is a high intensity. Now, if your score is a 4 or lower, then you can either skip to the last step or you can choose a statement that evokes a higher intensity of emotion within you. Now, before we start tapping, let me point out where you'll be tapping today. The first point is on your pinky finger. If you're tapping with your right hand, you can use your index finger to tap your left pinky finger. You want to aim for the bottom right of the nail bed. Or you can use your right thumb to tap your right pinky finger, aiming for the bottom left of the nail bed. You can pause the audio if you need time to practice that. The second point is below your collarbone. And if you're tapping with your right hand, move about an inch down from the bony start of your collarbone and about an inch over toward your shoulder. You can use one hand or two hands, but I do recommend at least using two fingers and tap gently but firm in this area. The third point is called the gamut point, and it is located on the back of your hand between the bones that lead to your pinky and ring fingers. You're just going to use two fingers to tap gently but firmly here. We'll be using this point when I guide you through the gamut series at the end. Now it's time to release your trapped energy. When you're ready, connect to your I feel angry statement. You can say it out loud, or you can say it to yourself, or you can just simply stare at it on your page or on a sticky note on the wall in front of you and just think about it. And go ahead and begin tapping your pinky finger and your collarbone. Alternate 5 taps on your pinky and 5 taps on your collarbone. Pinky, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Collarbone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pinky, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Collarbone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pinky, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Collarbone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now take a moment and tune into your intensity of anger again and write that number down. Has the score decreased? If so, by how many points? Let's do another round. Pinky, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Collarbone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pinky, collarbone. Pinky, collarbone. Go ahead and rate again and write down your score. Has it decreased this time? Are you below a score of 4? Let's do one more round. Pinky, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Collarbone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pinky, collarbone. Pinky, collarbone. Hopefully now you've decreased your score by at least 2 points. But if not, pause the audio and do a few more rounds, or take a moment to tap on the karate chop point of your hand. I want to invite you to notice how many rounds it took you to decrease by 2 points, not as a judgment, just as an awareness, because some days it takes more and some days it takes fewer rounds. And over time, you're going to train your body to respond faster to the tapping. Now, if you have decreased by at least 2 points, let's go ahead and begin the gamut series. Locate the gamut point on the back of your hand between the bones that lead to your pinky and ring fingers. And I'm going to guide you through the gamut series, and I want you to continue to tap on this point the entire time. Go ahead and begin tapping now. As you tap, lift your gaze ahead of you. Now gently close your eyes while you continue to tap. Now open your eyes again. Now while you're keeping your head forward, look down and right with just your eyes. Continue tapping and move your eyes down and to the left, keeping your head forward. Now as you're tapping, draw a big circle with your eyes and then reverse the direction of your circle. Now hum aloud with your lips closed, just a few bars of a tune. I like Happy Birthday, or if you're happy and you know it might be appropriate for this session, but it can be whatever you choose. You can hum that now. Now count down from 5 out loud. Still tapping. Finally, hum your tune again. You can stop tapping now. Do one more intensity rating. What's your score? Is it below a 4 now? If it is below a 4, that's good news. But if it's decreased by 2, we call that a win for this session. I hope this guided session was helpful, and I hope you'll come back to it whenever you're feeling stuck in your anger and need to get your energy back into balance. If you want more information on how to do Enneagram shadow work, send your questions to me in a message. Again, my name is Jen, and I am so proud of you for choosing to unbox yourself so you can unleash your power.
Thank you for listening, subscribing, and reviewing the Unbox Your Personality podcast. To learn more about yourself, go to powercoachjen.com. Find out how you are different so you can make your difference.